Doxa Tho Theo. Glory to God. This video is going to be about the Orthodox Church of America. I don't know if they call it in America. Of America. It's the OCA. Not to be confused with Gregory, Colorado, GOCA. The OCA is full of wolves, and if anyone's thinking about joining the OCA, do not join this organization. They will spiritually injure you. You have a lot of sickos in that organization. You have pseudo priests who think they're there to be served when the vestments belong to Christ, and they are there to serve the people. People like Thomas Soroka and McKees Rocks. You'll find him on Ancient Faith Ministries, a YouTube channel. This guy is mentally unstable. So if he finds people who push for clergy to keep the beard and keep the traditions and keep to the whole calendar that the Holy Fathers placed the feast on, the fixed feast, the Meneon, and not follow the papal Masonic calendar, which cuts 2 weeks at least sometimes off the Apostles' Fast like it did this year, because that's the bridge between the Paschalion and the Meneon. So the wolves like Thomas Soroka, and we have receipts on this, he calls you calendar worshiper, a pagan. He calls you a pagan. You follow a magical calendar, beard worshiper, just nonsense. Then you got the dean of the, I think it's the St. Vladimir's Theological School, one of their seminaries. I'm not sure if it was the one in South Canaan, Pennsylvania, but he's the dean of their seminary school. And because I spoke to another priest, and I asked him, and he's in South Carolina, I believe. His name is also John Parker. He said that wasn't him, so I'm presuming it's the dean. He goes on people's Facebooks and calls them a psycho, which is an ad hominem attack. This guy is just so mentally ill that he doesn't realize that. Like, when you want to debate someone, you can call them stupid, you can call them idiots. A lot of people don't realize that. You don't have to be so super nice, but you have to attack the substance first, okay? And you have to show why they're a psycho, why they're a pagan, why they're wrong, why they're a liar. Then you could say, yeah, you idiot, there's no problem in that. The problem is when you come like a little baby and use these words. You're a liar. You're a psycho. But why? Why are we that? Go ahead and tell us why. But no, they won't. Then they just hit and run, and then they send their little lapdogs to hit and run. The people who follow these, they have the same mentality. This is the OCA. This is the same people that swept under the rug Lazar Pahulo, what he did about. The guy was just a maniac, and he used to defend transgenderism and. You know, these OCA clergy, if you go into any of their churches, I mean, it's just a joke. Everything's modern. They don't correct people on how to dress traditionally. I mean, you've got people in there with mini skirts. Even the men, you shouldn't be going into churches with shorts and tank tops. Or you see all this stuff in the OCA. The OCA is hot trash. It's garbage. You know, they follow the papal Masonic calendar, which is nothing but the Gregorian calendar in disguise. You got another wolf over there in Philadelphia, in St. Stephen's, in the OCA over there, who dealt with a guy named Silouan. He called the police on him because Father Victor said to him, all Silouan wanted to do was get the catechumens baptized, push for baptism, which is a false baptism anyway under the Ecumenist organization. The OCA belongs to the World Council of Churches with 356 member churches. So when they read the creed, I wonder if they say, I believe in 356 Holy Catholic and Apostolic churches, or is there one? So Father Victor called the police on him, and I actually called and said, hey, coming from I didn't say I was Roman Catholic because I'm not anymore, but I didn't want to lie, but I said, coming from a Roman Catholic background, will you baptize me if I want to come into your church? And he gave the runaround, because they won't baptize Protestants or Roman Papists. They won't baptize you, but they'll baptize Buddhists and Hindus, because they consider they're all brothers. This is Ecumenism. This OCA is an apostate organization. Take their publications. They have some good publications, but do not join the OCA. Do not join. If anyone's coming into the faith, you have any catechumens, stay far away from the OCA. This organization is full of wolves that just want to be served. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jesuits, who pretty much run the show and have their hands in everything, even rigged and scripted sports, are the ones who are infiltrating the churches and sending their little, puppies, becoming priests in the OCA parishes. This organization is worse than the Greek Archdiocese. It's just a total joke. So I just wanted to go out and put this video out, and if anyone has anything to add in the comments about what the OCA or the experiences they've been through with the OCA, feel free to add that in the comments. We need to put the warning out. If we can save 1 or 2 people from joining the OCA, we did our job, Right? It doesn't have to be a large-scale mission.